And we're back. Hi, it's Andy from gymnutrition.co.uk. Please check out the old website, link down below, and the old YouTube videos and any other YouTube video I do, unless I forget. Anyway, on with the video. Now, I haven't been to the gym for approximately 2 years. The reason I haven't been to the gym, can't be asked really. I'm blaming it on COVID, no, but really I can't be asked. So roughly 2 years ago, we're coming up 2 years, I think it was March 2020 it would have been, and they shut the gyms because of the old Rona virus and all that carry on. And me, like everybody else, oh my god, what am I going to do? I can't go to the gym, blah 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 blah. Now they did open it briefly. We had the lockdown and then it briefly opened for a few weeks, maybe a month or whatever it was. And I did go back a couple of times then, but it was like half-hearted. I went once, then the next week I went twice, sort of thing, then I didn't go again. So basically I haven't trained for coming up to 2 years. Now I've probably been doing this on and off for 20 years. The first 20 years of training, it's coming up for 40 years, I think this is my 39th years, but anyway, for the sake of the video, the first 20 years of my training was pretty much spot on. So I dedicated all my time, effort and everything else into training and bodybuilding, lifestyle, etc, etc. First 20 years, great. Second 20 years, not so great. Intermittent training, it's new training, intermittent training, which basically means in my head I train for a year, 2 years, maybe 3, then I have 6 months off, a year off, sometimes 2 years off, like this time, sometimes 3 or 4 years off, whatever. So basically the last 20 years been very up and down with my training. But it's kind of like, if bodybuilding lifestyle or whatever you want to call it is in your blood, it's in your blood. You don't really get rid of it. You just kind of, it just sort of like subsides. The older you get and life moves on and you get different priorities in life, etc, etc. I'm no different to anyone else. I was never going to be Mr. Universe or whatever. So you come to the realisation and it sort of like wanes off a little bit. Nevertheless, here I am again with yet another comeback. And and also I suppose I could point out that, you know, I've been involved in the supplement industry in one guise or another since like the mid-90s, I suppose. So it's, you know, you've always got sort of like one eye on what's going on. You can't really get away from it. But anyway, waffle on as usual. I'll probably join the gym at the worst possible time. Well, I say join the gym, I didn't even cancel my membership, so I was the perfect member for the last 2 years, paying my membership every month and not actually going to the gym. Perfect member, me. But anyway, I've decided to go back in January, the worst month to go back to the gym, I know, because every year everybody, I say everybody, I do, and probably a few other miserable old gits like me are going to be complaining about all the newbies in the gym taking up the kit for the first maybe 2 months of the year, and then that's it, they're gone again till the next year. Why do you even bother? But anyway, that's a whole other attitude. I don't want to be negative on these people really, because, you know, shut up, just quit whilst you're ahead. So anyway, I suppose basically I'm thinking to myself, I'm somewhat an expert, I'm somewhat an authority on I nearly said comebacks, not really the right word, because comeback, my mini comeback, put it like that. So a lot of people that I've spoke to, oh, I'm going back to the gym, are you? What have you been doing in the gym then? Well, I've completed my first week, this is week 2. So the first week of the gym, I thought to myself, right, I'm going to do push-pull legs, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, chest, shoulders, triceps. Wednesday, back and biceps. Friday, legs. I'll throw in a bit of cardio and a bit of abs here and there when I can be bothered. Tag it onto one of them workouts. But basically, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's it. So the first week I went in, i.e. a week ago. First week, bearing in mind, trained for 2 years, using that as an excuse. I done one exercise per body part. So for the chest, I chose the easy option, which in my case was using a machine. So I used a plate loaded slight incline, like a chest press thing, and I loaded it up with a massive amount of 10 kilos either side, and I've done probably, I suppose I've done 5 sets altogether, because it was like a, you know, warm up and stuff like that. So I've done 5 sets. My last set was I'd say 70% effort at the most, I would say. So I could have easily got a few more reps out of it, but I stopped at 70%, just stopped. That was chest complete. Went on the shoulder press machine, similar machine but for shoulders. Done like 4 sets on that. Didn't need as many warm-ups because I've already warmed up with my chest. So I've done 4 sets, again about 70% effort. And then I've done about 4 or 5 sets of tricep pushdowns on the cable machine. That was it, literally. So very short workout. The whole 3 exercises probably took me, I don't know, 15-20 minutes maybe, and that's it. I've done a little bit of cardio, not a lot, and then Wednesday went back exactly the same. I've done 1 exercise for back, a bent over row. Did I do a bent over row? With a machine, to be fair, and I've done some standing dumbbell curls, again 4 or 5 sets of each. Legs on Friday, I done leg extensions 4 sets, high reps, short sort of like rest periods, and I've done 3 sets of leg press. That was it. Now people that I've told this have said, now man, is that all you've done? Oh, let me change hands, my hand's freezing. Is that all you've done? Like, why even bother? You said you've gone back to the gym, you've actually done nothing when you were there. Now, bearing in mind, I've done this plenty of times over the last 20 years, and for the first week, everything was sore as hell. Well, I mean sore, proper sore. Not too sore, because I knew what was coming, so therefore that was why my workouts were of that low intensity and low volume, if you like, because I knew what was coming. The idea of it was to make my muscles sore a little bit, but I want to be able to walk straight the next day. I want to be able to put my jacket on without being in agony and stuff like that, because if you do too much when you've had a long break, then it comes to the next workout and you're still sore, you haven't recovered from the one before, so you're always fighting against it. So the idea is you do a little bit. So this is where the advice bit of my story comes in. If you're one of these people that have had a long break, because there is a lot of people out there, oh, I haven't been to the gym for ages, like me, I'm going to start in January. I know it's the worst month, but I'm going to start in January like all the other newbie idiots, yeah? So if that is you, make a mental note and just do a little tiny bit. The first week especially, do a little bit. Week 2, up it a little bit more. So my week 2, I've had 1 day of it on the Monday, so I've done my chest, shoulders, triceps again on the Monday. So I went slightly more, I'll probably say 80% effort instead of 70 on the first week. And I put 2 exercises in per body part as well. So I've just upped it a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And my cardio, I've upped it a little bit. I'm doing like 20 minutes now instead of 10 minutes last week. So it's basically baby steps. Just push it in the right direction, but don't go mad. Otherwise you ain't going to be able to walk straight. Anyway, little tip there for anyone that's had a big break. Take it from the old boy who knows best. And thank you very much for watching if you got to the end. And as usual, please give me a thumbs up. Oh, you can give me a thumbs down if you like, because YouTube have changed their the way they're doing things. So if you leave a thumbs down, I don't even know if you left thumbs down. So do what you like. You know, leave a comment as well. That's great. But apparently it's good for the algorithms. Not that I'm an expert on these things, but anyway, I'm waffling to pad out the old video now a little bit more. So anyway, I'm going to try my very hardest to keep up doing some regular videos, much to everyone's annoyance, but you don't have to watch them if you don't want to. The choice is yours. So on that note, thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.